There you go. A little hot.
Thank you.
You sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm okay. So please stop worrying.
Well, after what Forrester pulled yesterday, I don't...
Rich didn't cause my anxiety attack.
No, the hell he didn't. He brought you to complete collapse. Locking the door in the office. I mean, what kind of behavior is that? It's got to stop. It's harmful to you and that son of ours. Something's got to be done.
Something has got to be done for Brooke and her unborn child. Because if we don't, and she remains under this kind of stress...
She could go into premature labor.
Yes. Paramedics made it very clear that if Brooke's remaining days of pregnancy are not stress-free, there'll be a problem. And believe me, that's something that we will take care of.
Well, you know, my mother is trying to do the right thing for a child, but Ridge just won't walk away.
Rick, he can't because he's still in love with her.
Which is why your mother is unable to move on. Rick, it's a vicious cycle, and we're going to break it.
Did you have something in mind, Massimo?
Mm-hmm. An intervention. We can't seem to do it alone, so I brought in a professional. Someone who is not only aware of these kinds of cases, but also knows Brooke. Doctor, would you please come in?
James.
Hello, Stephanie. It's been a very long time.
Honey, you do not have to put on those glasses to see this rock. I like
Did he get down on his knees?
He was.
All right, everybody, heads up. It's time to stop admiring that spectacular rock on Darla's finger and get back to business. Now, when I say business, I am not referring to this hybrid. I am talking about our business, our family business, and the way to get it back.
Oh, no. You can count me out. I'm making a good name for myself over here at Logan Designs. We're producing top-of-the-line haute couture. Now, if you want to turn this back into Spectra fashions...
If? There is no if in this equation, Bucky. There is only when.
Sally, come on, calm down, okay? Calm down. We all know how important this is to you, right? Right? Well, maybe you should ask everybody else how they feel, you know? They've all got a stake in this company, too.
You're absolutely right, Darla. Absolutely right. All right. I'm going to ask you for a show of hands. I want an honest answer. So raise your hands if you like the fancy schmancy designs that Logan is churning out here. Well, there you are, Bucky. That is what is called democracy in action. And I think that says it all, don't you?
What happened yesterday wasn't Rich's fault.
Come on, Brooke. Hey, who are you kidding here? You're with the guy and then bam, the next thing you know, you're on the floor with paramedics over top of you having a panic attack?
I know, but it's not because of anything that Rich did. It's me. It's this situation.
I know. I know the situation. But don't forget that we're having a child together. That's a great adventure. If I could just get you to look at it that way.
I'm trying. It's just not that simple.
Well, I think it is. I think it's that simple. The only problem I have is trying to convince you of that. And I think maybe tonight just might help.
You know, this is nuts. You will never get away with this.
Put a sock in it, Garrison.
Excuse me? Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, because that's all you do. Yak, yak, yak about how working for Logan Designs is so great. Well, newsflash, muchacho. It ain't so great for the rest of us.
You tell him, Andy.
All these hoity-toity designs take twice as long to make. We don't get paid a dime more.
You tell him, Andy.
We like being part of a knockoff shop. Heck, we thrived on it.
And you will be again. Because I promise you, I am absolutely determined to take this company back to its roots. Now, in order to do that, we have to overcome one obstacle. It's a huge mountain called Marrone, and it's looming over us, which means that...
Which means you'd better prepare for an avalanche come tumbling down that mountain. You're gonna wind up smack dab in the middle of it once Massimo finds out what you're up to.
Hey, I have been against this party idea since the beginning. I have fought it and fought it and fought it, believe me, but starting to think maybe they're right.
Jackie and Massimo.
Yeah. We have let so much get in our way when we ought to really be focusing on this little guy coming here, and he's going to be here sooner than we think.
Which is what your parents keep trying to remind us of.
Well, they're just so darn proud. They want to show you off to their nearest and dearest, and I know it may seem completely overwhelming, but it won't, as long as I have you on my arm. What do you say, beautiful? You convinced, or do I have to keep selling here?
I didn't realize that you knew James.
Actually, we just met today, but we had quite a lengthy phone conversation last night.
About my mother?
Yes, Rick. I'm sorry that your mother's going through such a difficult time.
Well, it's been difficult for everyone, even with hopes that things would get better.
They're just deteriorating.
Yes, I know. Massimo has explained to me about Brooke's anxiety attack.
And Doctor, I fervently hope that you're going to help us get through to Brooke.
Well, I hope so, too. Stephanie, I'm very surprised to see you here, given all the years of antagonism between you and Brooke.
No one is more surprised than I am, James, believe me. But it's all behind us, and, well, I've come to love her as though she were my own daughter. I know you never thought you'd hear that come from my lips, but it's true. I've really come to respect her. We all have.
My mother has annulled her marriage to Ridge, but she just can't seem to take the next step.
But that's what this is all about, isn't it? Getting her to move forward?
Look, all of my life, I have watched my mother chase after something that she can't have. Now here's this guy who's crazy about her. It's his child, and all he wants to do is spend the rest of his life making her happy. What more could I want from my mother?
You're right to be concerned about your mother, Rick. In fact, you all are. Brooke is under tremendous stress, and that stress could lead to very serious consequences.
You mean she could have a breakdown?
This turmoil she's in has to end. For her sake, and for the sake of her baby.
Well, then we have no choice. We have to get Ridge to see the reality of the situation, and we have to get my mother to accept Nick's proposal. Tonight.
I don't want to let you down, Nick. But I just can't do this.
Can't go to the party.
It has nothing to do with you. You've been wonderful, as always. It's just facing those people, feeling the way I do.
Hey. You don't have to apologize for anything. You don't want to go tonight? Changes nothing. Especially the way I feel about you.
told you. After Brooke arrives at the party, we'll try to get her alone upstairs. And then in the kindest possible way, we'll try to show her that it is imperative that she takes this next step.
With the father of her child.
I don't want my mother feeling like we're ganging up on her.
Rick, that's not what this is about. Everything that we are doing is for her sake.
I know, darling. But remember, it's also for your grandchild. And for Ridge, too.
But first things first, okay? My mother is at home, so I'll go talk to her.
Wait a minute, Rick. Let me talk to your mother, all right? I think that I can get her to come to the party tonight.
Let me assure you of one thing, all right? I am not about to be intimidated by Massimo Marone's threats. The man may be extremely rich, but he knows absolutely nothing about running a fashion house. He doesn't know anything about the rag trade. Now, I've been discussing our situation with Marty here, and we have been talking about options and our position in this matter. Marty?
Sally and I have been looking at the numbers. Seems like Logan Designs is having a run of tough luck. Their top designers bolted, profits are down, and if that weren't enough, there was a pipe burst recently caused extensive damage, which, according to my good friend the city inspector, could wind up costing Marone Industries big bucks. You see, they may have found traces of asbestos when they did their inspection.
What? Asbestos, as in...
Don't worry. But if it does turn out to be asbestos, the lawsuits could be crippling.
Darla, you getting all this?
Huh? What? You want me to take dictation?
Well, yes, if you don't mind. And if you're not too busy dreaming about your handsome husband-to-be.
No. I was planning on going to work at Forrester. You know, Thorne's going to be president and all. Never mind. I'll take some notes for old time's sake.
Thank you so much. Asbestos, huh? Interesting. Counselor, interesting possibilities there, wouldn't you say? Hmm? Oh, Darla, what are you doing?
Wow, check it out, Sal. Brooke has all kinds of pictures in here. Oh, look at this. It's when Ridge proposed to Brooke.
Oh, boy. I remember that day very well. Mm-hmm. That was the day that Massimo Marone promised me that Spectra would always be safe in his new enterprise. So, what happens? He does absolutely nothing when Ridge Forrester shows up and decides to turn my family business over to Brooke Logan as an engagement present.
Oh, come on, honey. You have to admit it is just a bit romantic, huh? I mean, Logan Designs, a symbol of their love.
I got your Logan Designs romance right here, pal. Logan Designs romantic, my Aunt Fanny.
What?
This could be the answer to my prayers.
Huh?
Darla, you did it. You didn't mean to, but you did it. You just gave me a way to get my company back. Oh, Massimo. Old boy. This is one engagement present that has got to be returned.
There you are.
Thank you.
Hey, Pop. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were with someone.
No. Stay. I want you to meet an old friend of Brooke's from out of town, Dr. James Warwick. This is my son, Dominic.
Doctor?
How do you do?
James is eager to see Brooke, so I thought it would be a good idea and asked him to join us.
Well, that's why I'm here. I want to talk to you about the party.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen. She's not up for it tonight, and I don't want to pressure her. But I'm going to respect her wishes, and I'm going to ask you to do the same. Thanks. Doctor.
I had an anxiety attack once. It was frightening.
Yes, it was frightening. I didn't know what was happening, actually. But Ridge was wonderful. He was there taking care of me and looking out for this baby that's not even his. It's almost like this whole thing made him feel even more that we belong together.
But that's the problem, isn't it? The baby isn't Ridge's. And you know in your heart, the two of you trying to raise his brother's child's never going to work out.
Ridge thinks it can work.
Ridge is wrong. Now, we've talked this out over and over again. And you've made the decision to try and give this baby the kind of life that you were never able to give Rick and Bridget. Come on, I want you to get all dressed up and come to Massimo's party.
Oh, no, I can't. It's just too soon.
What? Too soon to acknowledge the baby? Or how important the baby is to you and Nick? You've been making all of the right decisions. You know you have. Come on, I want you to come. Put in an appearance, if nothing else, but for Massimo and Jackie's sake.
Are you gonna be there?
Right by your side. If that's what you want, sweetheart.
Yeah, okay. I'll just go get ready, okay?
Okay.
Mommy. Right after I see what Hope wants.
Okay. Brooke. This baby will thank you someday. Hello? Yes, Brooke's coming. She'll be at the party. Brooke, if you accept Nick's proposal, you'll put this ring on your finger tonight. And that will be that.